Warlock POV guide to BWL. This is from my buddy a couple servers ago. Yeah, so check it out, and I'll try to talk through it and pretty much explain what to do as a Warlock in BWL. Before we begin, before you even get to this room, make sure you're attuned. Don't be that guy who shows up to raid night. Everyone's there, you click the orb, you're not attuned. Don't be that guy. Alright, so first thing we're going to do here, we'll get this video rolling. We come into Razorgore. Now Razorgore is a pretty easy fight. It's also really easy to take 8 hours on this fight. So it's really important that we do everything correctly here, or there's a lot going on that if you don't manage it, it becomes rough. So we enter the room here. Everybody is going to come to this pillar, okay? Now let me pause real quick. You see where we are in the room here? We're kind of at this like bottom left corner, okay? We're just LOSing this pillar, okay? We're going to be buffing up. Everyone's popping their consumes, getting ready to go. When the call happens, the tank will pull these three guys, okay? So we'll wait on that. Here he goes. Now your goal here as a Warlock, really, everything dies so fast during this this encounter. It's really important that you do soul shard managing on this fight. If you didn't have enough to come to raid, if you're short, if you had to summon people, this is a great opportunity to really get shards here, because you're not going to have time really to shadow burn stuff, or shadow bolt stuff, sorry. So it's just, don't worry about your damage here on this fight. If you do end up on top of the meters, then good for you, but it is tough, okay? Okay, so once we've killed those three guys, all right, the raid kind of moved into the middle here, okay? If you see, you want pretty much the casters are going to be in the middle of the room. So healers, mages, warlocks, we're all going to be standing in the middle here, okay? You're going to have groups of melee that are split off on either corner up here in the map, okay? So right now someone's mind controlling Razorgore. Okay, Razorgore is running around and he's just killing these eggs one at a time. And see, on the bigwigs, we're trying to get to 30. So things are going to spawn out of these little spots that we LOS'd in the beginning here. And basically we're just killing everything, okay? The priority is going to be the dragons, okay? Then the mages, and then the melee. So see, here's a dragon. All right, another dragon just spawned to the right there. Okay, so he's stepping up here. You are able to shadow bolt dragons. You get one, maybe two. Priority here, okay? Curse of Wreck, and get your soul shards. All right. If you can weave in shadow burns, searing pain is also really good here as well. It's tough to do damage here as a warlock, but basically you just want to don't get overrun. Okay, see, everything's nice and clean right now. I've seen this room where there's 20 mobs running around, and it's bad, okay? This is kind of in the raid. That's a little sketchy, but it's pretty good so far. Let's skip ahead a little bit. So we got 15 eggs. We're at 20 eggs. Okay, so when we get to the point where there's 2 eggs left here, okay, someone's going to make the call, collapse. When that happens, we'll wait for it to happen before I explain what goes on here. Okay, so he's running Razorgore back up. There's 1 egg left, okay? There's the call. See, everyone's moved, right? Everyone's now shifted left here. The next step, okay, you need to run. We're going to finish off these guys, okay? And now we're all LOSing that pillar that we started at, okay? Razorgore does a conflag and flame breath like that, okay? So if you LOS, you won't get hit. Make sure you pop a GFPP here, and you are able to kind of, you can see, okay? Conflag in 1 second, okay? Boom, LOS, conflag goes out, step back out. All right, melee charge back in, you're still standing here. And that's pretty much the fight. If you do pull, okay, it can happen, all right? If you do pull, have a lip. You need to have lips for this entire raid, 20 of them, okay? You get to the point now as a Warlock, especially with some of the mobs coming up with shadow vulnerability, you need to have lips, okay? You will pull, you'll hit like a 4K Shadow Bolt, a 6K Shadow Bolt. I've hit 20K Shadow Bolts, okay? You will pull. Have a lip. But that's the fight pretty much, guys. It's just clear all the ads, kill the 30 eggs, okay? Once that happens, everyone collapses to the pillar you started at, and then you're just LOSing the con flag. It's real easy. Okay, next. Once Razorgore is dead, okay, everyone stacks right at the next entrance to the next spot, okay? Do not cross this threshold until your raid leader gives you the heads up to do so. If you cross this early, it sets off a reaction, I guess, where there's other mobs in here. They'll start running away, and it's real important that we actually round all of them up in this next room and kill them, and not let any escape. So here we all have moved in together. Okay, and you see these guys are running away here. All right. So basically, you just find some, just AOE, throw a rain of fire like in this little corner right here, over here maybe. These things will do damage to you. You won't notice it until you are almost dead. So just keep an eye on your health. See, he's taking damage here a little bit. You don't even know where that comes from. Okay. So, Vaelastrasz. This is the serious, how do I want to say this? Threat management fight, okay? If you're a caster, it can get a little janky. If you're a melee, you need to watch your threat, okay? If you pull, the raid's dead, okay? Everybody just lost their world buffs, second fight of the game, okay? Don't be that guy. Do not be that guy. It's happened. It happens often, okay? Just watch your threat, go slow, okay? Usually what we do here for Warlocks, all right, this is where we utilize our SM Warlock, where we might have one Warlock with SM Shadow Mastery. He's going to be put into group 1 with the tanks, and you're just going to take your imps, throw them over there, and just use Blood Pack, basically, just for the tanks to have a little extra stamina. So what happens here, see, he's actually downranking his Shadow Bolt. You see that? Because he's worried about his threat. First tank will start, okay? Reese usually, when we did it, he would get to about, I think, I don't remember the number, 8,000 on the threat meter. And then the second tank would start. When Reese gets to 10,000, then the rest of the raid starts doing DPS. It's real important here that you cannot get above the first or second tank. If you do, Vael will turn 180 degrees, face you, flame breath all of you. You're all dead. There's also another mechanic in this fight that it's kind of like Baron Geddon, where Vael will put a debuff on you that lets you basically cast for free, no mana, insta-casts. You'll get a tick on your screen. It'll show up from Bigwigs. When that happens, okay, real important, if you get the debuff on you, you need to run to the back of the room. You see my mouse? We're all standing here. You need to run to the back corner of the room. You are going to die, okay? You will explode. Just don't, it's AoE damage, so get out of the way of all the 40 other people standing here, okay? You need to run, make a beeline left towards the tail all the way back. You'll see people throughout this fight just kind of take off left. That's what they're doing. All right, so there's a little dialogue before the fight starts here. Once again, just remember threat management, okay? So let's watch the bottom right here, okay? So here's their main tank, all right? The encounter has begun. He's at 2,000, 26, 32. Okay, so at about 5,000 threat, okay, the second tank started. That's probably a Fury, and then the rest of the raid started, okay? So they didn't all start right away. Okay, see, that is sketchy, all right? The tank's grabbing him, okay? Rotates him back, all right? There's no tail swipe or anything, okay. This guy right here, okay? He got the debuff on him, and he's beelining left, okay? He's going to run off the screen, and he'll be dead here in about 20 seconds. But the fight's basically just tank and spank, okay? You just have to watch your threat, okay? Do not pass the second tank on threat. There's another guy with the debuff taken off, all right? If you have the debuff on you and you don't move, you wipe the raid, okay? Don't be that guy. Here's another guy with the X. Look at him, okay? A little late, but he got out of there. But guys, this fight, it's really simple, okay? Bad raid groups are gonna mess this one up. You could be here for hours if you don't have the right DPS or tank management. Okay, so I don't know what the heck just happened there. All right, see tunes. All right, here you go. He has a skull on him. This is perfect. It sucks for him, but he's gonna see. All right, see all these dead people. This is where they've all run. Even though the fight's over, you still have the burning adrenaline on you. You need to stay back. Watch, he's gonna die here in a second. Boom. Okay, see that? If you're in the raid when that happens, you've killed the raid. All right. So these next pulls, all right, these next pulls can be done one of two ways. These guys, whatever, they run up the stairs here and run all the way back around. We used to, as TL, we would all stay down here, and we would have druids, hunters, tanks go up top and pull everything down to us. So we'll probably do that strat just because it's what we've done in the past. We might, in raid east and west, we might do this. So just, there's two different ways to do these pulls. It's 3 pulls, I believe, with a bunch of mobs. So you're going to LOS, okay? You're LOSing the wall right here. All right, let's see. Okay, so. Oh, we're changing. Oh, okay. All right, and these these pulls, guys, it's they can get a little sketchy. You got to watch out for the one mob that has mana. He does a some type of AOE or ranged attack. I forget what it is, but it hurts. Okay, it's conflag, I think. It'll fuck you up. Yeah, and it's all just, skull, then X, then, the right ads after that. The one with mana right now, the one mob with mana is actually up here in this next room, I think being hibernated by the druid over here. So yeah, there's 3 of these pulls, okay? You're going to just clear through. All right. Now we get to the fun part, suppression room. Real important here to just go slow, steady, and keep moving, okay? Do not fall behind. Don't rush, but don't fall behind. Hunter just pulled, okay? Oh, wow. Big pull, big pull, big pull. Okay. The Hatchers all do AoE, so it's real important that these guys die very quickly, okay? This is sketchy, okay? They're whatever, so they'll be fine, but that could be trouble, okay? You want to pull one of those at a time. They might lose some people here. Yeah, they did, actually. They actually wipe here. Really? Wow. Yeah, they did, huh? Okay. So, maybe it wasn't fine for whatever. But guys, it's not that hard, okay? That was a fucked up pull. They had 3 hatchers coming in. I don't know who pulled that. So you get 1 hatcher at a time, okay? Then there's also a 3-pack, all right? They're gonna get sheeped by the mages, and you kill 1 at a time. Real important here, guys. Real important. No corruption at all through this room at all. Mobs are getting sheeped. There's a lot of mobs you don't want to kill, okay, or not even touch. Do not put a dot on one, okay? It does not come off, all right? These little whelps flying around right here, all right? The tank is aggroing them, okay? He's holding them. Don't attack them, okay? There's one tank specifically just AoE tanking like 50 whelps, all right? And at one point we're going to call to AoE them down. But don't swap onto them and attack them, okay? So once you start clearing the front, okay, the raid starts moving, all right? So see, all right, we have all the whelps right here, okay? Ready? They're going to AoE this. Maybe not, actually. Wow, thanks to God. Okay, they did AoE. All right. So you slow but steady, make your way through. The camera angles get a little janky in this room. You just kind of have to bear with it to get your bearings. You'll figure it out. Okay. So we get to this next part here. Real important, once you go up the stairs, okay, you're hugging the right. Okay, stay on the right. We're going to eventually get to a point where we get to Broodlord. He's at the end of Suppression Room. They're all waiting here for it now, okay? They're all, your LOS are standing in the corner. And here's the call to go in. Okay. Broodlord, all right? Real important here. Let me actually fix this. Okay. Okay. Broodlord, all right? Everyone's going to come running in from this way, okay? First things first, all right? We need to make sure all of these whelps die, okay? There's going to be a bunch of whelps just kind of left over on the left side of the room. You need to AoE those down first, all right? Kill those, okay? Once that's done, we're making our way to the left side of this gate, all right? Stay over here. This fight, okay, is another big threat check, okay? The raid is standing over here. The tanks and melee are standing over here. If you pull, you need to have a lip. If you don't have a lip, okay, this is important. If you don't have a lip, if you pull, you need to run to the tanks, okay? Do not run away. They're not going to be able to taunt it off you. You need to run to them. Do not bring Broodlord to the raid, okay? If you pull, you just need to run to your main tank and hope that he grabs it off you if you don't have a lip. Do not bring Broodlord to the raid, and do not make the melee have to move. But this fight, guys, it's tank and spank, all right? Real easy. Important thing here, okay? Once the boss just dies, okay? He just died, all right? Notice only one person now is moved, right? If you move in front of this doorway, okay, there's mobs right on the other side, all right? If you want to go check the loot, all right, or reposition, you need to run around, okay, wide of this totem, okay? Tunes is fine here, but it can pull, okay? Don't be that guy that pulls the next packs because you wanted to check loot, all right? All right, so the next encounters we have are tech packs. Now, usually, all right, so what happens here after, excuse me. All right, so after we kill Broodlord, a couple range are going to go back and just kind of clear out some of these whelps, all right? Just give us a little more room to work with. Okay. The next pulls are a bunch of mobs. It's like 3 or 4 pulls of just a ton of mobs. Real important here. There's going to be a mage that's it's called tech packs. There's going to be a mage juggling like 40 mobs to the left here. You really just don't go anywhere near them. They AoE. You just, if you get stuck in them, you die. All right, so here they go. They're just clearing up some whelps here. Finishing the whelps. All right. So there's a trick with these pulls, okay? This guy, the mobbed mark was square, okay? He's back here at the top of your screen. He's got a vulnerability, okay? Could be fire, could be shadow. Could also be nature or arcane. But the thing I always do is when these pulls come, all right, obviously you focus X and, or skull, then X first, okay? This guy, though, could be shadow. And if he is, I usually will check, all right? So when they come, I'll Searing Pain, check fire. All right, if it's not fire, I Shadow Burn, check shadow. If it's one of those two, all right, I'm throwing it either an Immolate up, all right, Curse of Elements, Immolate with like a Soul Fire, and then finish killing your mobs, all right? A couple Searing Pains, I mean, you'll hit like 10K, all right? If it's shadow, all right, just throw your dots up, and this is where you could pull this thing on accident if you're not careful, okay? Because I've literally hit a 20,000 Shadow Bolt before on one of those mobs. Not anytime soon, okay? That's like with AQ gear, but still. All right, so once they do the 3 pulls, okay. Oh, okay, good thing here. The Warlocks of the, like this guy dead right here, this Warlock, they summon portals that summon these Felguards, okay? So when you see the portal, it's a big red portal, like in like LBRS, with the Warlocks that summon the shit. Portal goes out, okay? There's gonna be a tank sitting there waiting for the ad to spawn. Sometimes you get 2. It's real important that you really want to try to nuke the Warlocks so you don't get 2 ads up like this. You ideally only want 1 up. We could either, these guys are banishing it. We normally don't banish it. We might for the first couple times though. So just be ready. If you see the portal up, you're banishing something. If you're on, check the sheet. Okay, if you have first or second banish, this is you, first and second banish. Okay, so once we do the 3 pulls, we're moving on to Firemaw, I believe is his name. Yes, Firemaw. Okay, so Firemaw just puts a debuff on you that stacks over time. You can see it on your just on your UI. If you get to 7, 4 to 7, okay, you want to LOS and wait the full duration for it to tick off before you go back to DPSing, okay? It starts hitting you for damage over time. All right, it's a pushback. So, all right, so what happens here, okay, this is the strat that we're going to be using most likely. You're LOSing, okay, to start. Boom, okay. Now we're out doing damage. Let's see if I can find on his UI where his ticks are. Yeah, right here. Okay, so he has 4 ticks right now, okay? 4 ticks. All right, now he's LOS. All right. And it takes about, I think it's like 10 to 12 seconds that you're just out of the fight, okay? You can life tap here, okay? First aid, make a health stone if you need to. All right, debuffs fell off. He's back in it, okay? And that's it, okay? Now he's got 2 stacks here, okay? We got another one, 3. I've stayed until 7. It just depends what your health pool's like, and you just got to feel it out. Now he's got 6. All right, see, 6. Okay. These pulls are more the same of what we just pulled, okay? Boom, boom. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so real important on these guys, just make sure they're being spread, okay? Don't be getting cleaved by them. Check the vulnerability, okay? There's 4 different mobs. One of them can be shadow. One of them can be fire. 2 of them can be they could all be shadow, and then you're just you're literally gonna do 100k DPS if you do it right. It's crazy. So when we get to the ramp here, okay, the mage is taking the text down through like this corner here. So you really want to be like kind of on this side, and just be mindful. There's a lot of AoE damage that goes off here, okay? If you're standing in the wrong spot, you're going to die pretty quickly without you really even noticing that you're taking damage. So you have to kind of be mindful of your health bar and just where you're standing, okay? Let's keep going. All right, see this red thing right here? That's the Warlock portal that summons the Fel Guards, okay? So when you see that, it's on the left here under his character. A Fel Guard's going to pop out of this, ready? Boom. There he is. Okay. So make sure, okay, if you're near one, all right, just be ready to banish. Don't insta-banish. Just wait for the tank to call banish. If he banishes, just make sure you're there to banish. All right. After everything's dead, then you kind of AoE the tech packs, all right, that the mage has been circling around. Okay, a couple more of the same pulls. It's a lot of repeat pulls, okay? More repeat, more repeat. Okay. New dragon. Now we are on Ebonroc here. So once he goes away here, goes up this ramp, basically you're going to run to this spot here. Let's see if they do it. They probably will. All right, so run up here. He's just padding around. Main tank's running up. Grabs him. Okay. Do not pop out yet. Okay. He does a flame breath. If you're facing him, you're gonna die. And this fight, guys, it's real simple. You stand here. You press Shadow Bolt. Just watch your threat. Okay. There's a lot. This is like a 3 tank fight, I think, or this one might be 2 tank. And the next one's 3 tank. The tanks have a lot going on here. You just Shadow Bolt. All right. Just like he's sitting there, third on threat. You're just Shadow Bolting. There's gonna be 2 fights back to back that are basically the same for us here. So once Ebonroc's dead, wow, nice trinket, sick. We're staying same spot, all right, and it's the same fight, different dragon here. This is now Flamegor, okay. We just stay here. And yeah, it's pretty simple. Okay. Just watch your threat. All right. Don't be a mongoloid. All right. Make sure you better have a threat meter by now. So stay on that. And just don't be that guy that pulls. All right. These mobs here again, fire or shadow vulnerability. So there's chance for real good DPS cheese here if you want it. I take every advantage of it that I possibly can. Okay. So once those are dead. Next up is Chromaggus. All right. Chromaggus. Just don't be a 3-head. Okay? Listen to the calls. Pay attention to what's actually being said to you, what to do with the call. Okay? It's real easy. There's 4 different triggers that could happen. It's completely random to each specific ID. It could be in any order of those 4. And once that order is set, it's going to be the same that whole fight. Okay? So just pay attention. Okay? Warlocks, it's tough. It's hard to do damage on Chromaggus. Okay? It's more important that you just don't do the wrong things on Chromaggus. All right, I'll play this fight out here so I can talk through it. All right, we're just popping consumes here. This is a fight that possibly requires the sands that you get from packs in here. I forget the full name of it. I don't know if we're gonna have those that available. They're probably just gonna go to healers to start. You can get them all in the auction house. Eventually, they're gonna be expensive to start, but they become pretty cheap. But yeah, you will get a debuff on you. If you get 4 of the debuff, you are going to turn into one of those dragons and start like killing people in your raid. So when you get to 4 or when you get to 2 or 3, you need to either be using a resto pot, I guess, since we don't have sands yet, or the sands if you do end up getting one and they remove a debuff off of you. I don't know the melee rotation too well in this fight. I'm not enough to explain it, so I'm just going to talk about the Warlock here. Okay, so we're waiting. Okay, Trent goes out. Now we're going to step out here, I would think. Okay, first breath. Okay, this is the one. Okay, abolish poison. All right. Or no, sorry, what is it? Corrosive acid. Yeah, okay, that's what it's called. So that's one of the 4 possibles. Okay, which is good. The green is good. Green is good. Just make sure that when he's casting, you need to LOS. Okay. See, he let it go off, and now he's stepping out. Now their comms are saying, all right, second breath, 5 seconds. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, 3 seconds, get out. Okay. Boom. LOS right here. Frost. Wow, they have the 2 easiest ones. Okay. So basically for Frost and for green, you're just dodging. Okay. Don't get hit with it. All right. If you get hit with green, you get a poison on you. It just kills you over time. The Frost one, I'm not sure what the Frost does. I've actually never been hit by it. So here's next breath. All right, corrosive acid in 3. Get out. So they're LOSing. Okay. You are going to get a debuff on you through this fight that is going to freeze you. You'll be stuck. Okay. So you have to, if you have that debuff, don't wait to get out. Okay. Your priority needs to be getting out. Okay. Not finishing your Shadow Bolt cast that's going to get knocked twice because you're frozen. Okay. Another thing you can do here, he does get vulnerable, so he will get Shadow and Fire vulnerable. Also, a good one, Arcane vulnerability. If your Wand does Arcane damage, you can Wand, and it actually does good DPS. It'll Wand for like 300, 400, and you're just Wanding. If it's Fire and you're LOSing, you can drop Rain of Fire right here, and that ticks big. Okay, that's a good way to kind of get some damage off. Like right now, you could be Rain of Firing. But yeah, for us guys, it's pretty easy as a Warlock. Okay, just make sure you don't get 4 debuffs on you. Okay, you'll turn into a drag, kill everyone. All right, make sure you get out when the call is being made to get out. When you hear the shot caller say, "All right, get out, get out, get out, get out," make sure you get out to LOS. What this means is get out. Okay, like move to the left. That'll be the call. So you just got to LOS, dodge the breath. Okay, there's one breath. All right, there's one breath that he does. We didn't see it here, but there's one breath that you can't dodge. Okay, it's called time lapse. If there's a time lapse, okay, instead of get out, get out, get out, it's stay in, stay in, stay in. Just for time lapse. All right, for corrosive acid, we're getting out. Okay. But if this right here says time lapse, you're staying in. Everyone needs to get hit with time lapse. If you don't get hit, you get aggro. Okay. So what we do is I think we have our off tank stay out for time lapse. He gets hit, instantly gets aggro, and then repositions. Okay. And then the main tank tanks off of him. All right. Just make sure time lapse, stay in. The other 3, green, red, and blue, get out. okay? And once we kill Chromag, we're at Nef, okay? We're gonna log out. Basically, Chromag puts like a 10-minute debuff on you that if we don't have sands, you can't remove. So you just log out, save your buffs. Quick little break. Wait for the debuff to drop off. Okay. Make sure for Nef, Ani Scale Cloak, Onyxia Scale Cloak. This needs to be equipped. You need to have one, okay? Hopefully you've talked to Thanari already and gotten yours, okay? Get one, enchant it, all right? Plus shadow resist, plus all resist, and wear it. For phase 1, if you don't have it on for phase 1, you're not getting to phase 2, which is the dragon, okay? Which is Nefarian. So what's going on right now? We're waiting for everyone to log back in, and then. So while we were all offline, there was people that logged in that started the event and checked these entrances. Okay. There's going to be a wave of mobs that come out of, if you see on the top right here, come out of both sides of here. Okay. They've checked. They figured out which ones are which. Some do certain things, some do others. So right now, the raid leader and others are reorganizing the groups to split left and right, okay? So these guys have been given right, okay? This top is right, okay? Bottom is left, okay? All right, so what's going on here, okay? So the fight started. We've had some mobs come out here. They're going through on the same side, on the other side, sorry. Same thing on the other side. Nefarian, okay. Nef standing right here. He's casting Shadow Bolts, all right. You really want to, if you see him targeting you, try to, like, there's a pillar to this back left. You can LOS it. Shadow Ward also works great. And you just absorb it. Killing everything, you kind of want a Searing Pain here. These mobs die fast, so Shadow Bolt doesn't really go off that often. On the big ones, it will. Make sure you have souls, okay, for Nefarian. The little guys drain soul. Get their souls, all right? This phase is about, 3 to 4 minutes of just repeat. We'll see if Tunes does it here, but at one point, main tank and I guess a healer or two are going to break off of this, okay? And are going to grab Nef. Okay, so see, they've done it here. You finish this, okay? Yeah, everybody. Okay, I'm going to pause it right here. Okay. We personally, Warlocks, top Warlock in your raid, okay? This is what we used to do, so I can say that we might do this, all right? Now, this is just from classic experience. So private, the tank threat situation might be different. But for right now, plan on doing this until we hear otherwise, okay? When this fight starts, all right, when phase 2 starts, the entire raid is running over here, okay? You, top Warlock, you're standing here, okay? See the mouse? You're standing right here. You're going full ham, all right? Before this starts, you need to talk to healers, a priest, a shaman, and a druid. Let them know you are chasing, okay? You're chasing the main tank on threat, okay? They need to heal you, okay? Because you're going to be life tapping. You're like, to have a pocket healer, especially 3 different healers, is going to be big, okay? Pocket healing, you can life tap for free, get your health back, and just go as hard as you fucking can, all right? Shadow burning on cooldown, death coil. Just make sure you have a lip, okay? So, and the reason we do that, okay? The reason that you're standing right here is at one point, there's going to be a fear mechanic that the main tank has used as cooldowns, can't break, okay? He's going to get feared. it goes to the second highest player on threat, which hopefully is you. So Nefarian does a 180-degree turn, faces you, okay, and you tank for like a second, okay. You might die, okay, but if you have a lip, you're not gonna die, okay. He 180s. All right, this is the trick. All right, he 180s, you lip, and then he 180s back to the tank. Okay, he never faced the raid. He never flamed breath the raid. You didn't get flame breath. You didn't even get touched. Okay, you just pulled him. Fear gets broken. Okay, he swaps back. Boom, main tank's on. Everything's fine. Okay, that's why you're back there. Okay, and you stay back there. You might have to do it twice, okay? The second time, you're not going to have a lip for, okay? So if you have to do it twice, the second time, you're going to die. Maybe you have a soul stone on yourself, okay? Or get a battle rest, but you're probably not going to get a battle rest. You should just soul stone yourself. There's going to be what's a mechanic called class calls, okay? Each class has a call. They all do certain things. Basically, I'm not going to explain them all because this is Warlock Guide. That's the Warlock class call right there. Bunch of Infernals, okay? You just need to AoE this down, okay? Everything that comes up, AoE. The Shaman class call, I will explain the Shaman. Shaman class call, you need to kill totems, okay? The melee are all over here. Totems going to be spawning like fucking crazy over here, okay? Like thousands of totems. You need to kill those totems, all right? But yeah, for the most part, if you're in the back of the tail, you don't interact with any of these class calls at all. The only class call that fucks you, okay, is Mage, okay? If a Mage is near you, you're going to get polymorphed, which it stops your threat. So if you get polyed, you need to speak up in comms and say, I need Dispel, I need Dispel, I need Dispel right now, Dispel, okay? You need to make that a priority that you get dispelled if you are that Warlock, all right? If you're not chasing, you don't need to, you'll get dispelled. But if you are the chaser, you need to make that known as soon as possible, okay? So you have your pocket healer, your priest, or whoever dispels, or whatever the fuck, just does that to you, okay? It's happened. It happens. It gets pretty frustrating, okay? Incoming mages, incoming polys, okay? So here we go. See, he's polyed. He's a big giraffe. Gets instantly dispelled, all right? But yeah, this fight, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, okay? It's a long one, all right? It does not go fast. Just watch your threat, okay? If you're in the main raid, okay, just watch your threat, all right? Kill the things that spawn up around you. Don't stand too far to the right. You'll get flame breath. You can AoE at this pillar, or AoE, LOS. You can LOS at this pillar if you ever need to for any reason. Okay, you can stand there and dodge in and out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward fight. There's a lot that goes on, especially at the end of the fight. Once you actually, okay, so I will say this. All right, you get to a point here. I forget the percentage. I think it's I don't even want to think, but it's probably like when you're almost done the fight. Okay. Let's see. You need to wait for the right class call before you go to execute phase. Okay. The raid leader is going to be calling out stop DPS or go, okay, depending on what the class call is, all right? Once it gets down to like the 20% range, somewhere around there, just pay attention to that, all right? If you push it and it's a bad class call, like it's a priest class call or a warrior class call where warriors are stuck in berserking and priest heals hurt, okay? So you have to make sure it's like a druid or like a hunter class call or even a warlock class call. Once it's one of those, okay, then you can go to execute phase. Just We don't have an execute. Just watch DPS. All right. If you call stop DPS, just stop. Okay. Clean up the ads, and then all you have to do is just wait. Okay. Warlocks incoming infernals. Okay. So here we go. See, they've stopped kinda. 19%. Once class calls come out, all right. See, DPS is stopped right now. They've stopped DPS on Nef. Okay, so once we get to 20%, this is the last phase of it. Okay, all the ads that we've killed throughout this fight come running back at us. All right, they need to make sure they get picked up. Okay, and AOE down. All right, it's easy. Just Arcane Explosion, Hellfire. Okay, we still have stopped DPS. See that? Okay, now we're going. Priest class call. That's not good. Oh, rogues. Okay, rogue class call. Okay, so now we'll just execute. All right. Okay, I went from 19 to 5%. And that's it. That's BWL, guys. Let's see. We'll check the loot. What do we get? What do we get? Cloak of the Broodlord. Nice, nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But that's a good cloak. So yeah, guys, that was it basically. BWL, pretty easy, straightforward. Just listen to calls. All right, clear comms. Listen to calls. That's all you got to do. Okay. So yeah, that's it's real easy. Just pay attention, and yeah, I'll see you guys there in a week. All right, take care.